Fellow Ambazonians, this is the voice of your acting president, Dr. Samuel Ikomesako. I just want to introduce the AACC coming up from August the 18th to the 20th, in practically 2 weeks from now or less. I want to enjoin every one of you to go online and register. Go online, go to ABC page, go to my official page, the acting president. Go there, you will find the link, the Eventbrite link, and register for the conference. By registering, we have your email. You will receive a link that you will use to launch into the conference online. We want to join everyone on Ground Zero who has access, everyone around the world. We desire to have thousands register for this conference because you're going to attend this conference in the comfort of your home. We will send you a link that will permit you to launch into the conference room and attend live. So we want to have thousands attend this conference. We want the numbers for many reasons. When in the democratic world many people make a statement, it has a different impact than when a few people make the same statement. So we want to make an emphatic statement to the international community, especially those that are in positions to help us, those that are diligently looking for solutions to the conflict between our country and French Cameroon. Those people deserve to hear from us. The question they've been asking is, what do you want? So on day one of the conference, on the 18th, which is an online conference, Ambazonians are going to attend, and Ambazonians are going to talk to Ambazonians on 4 important issues. We have experts and experienced men and women amongst us, so they will be addressing us on very important issues. Now, especially on the issue of mediation and the conditions for such mediation for a lasting resolution of the conflict. We are going to have other experts, Ambazonians, talk to us about the need to address the root causes and help us to define the root causes, because many of us have heard the international community talk about the root causes, and some of us in the struggle, we don't know what the root causes are that need to be addressed. And then we are also going to talk about the conditions for a separation, or the terms of separation after 56 years of a failed union. It is in all this, we are going to make a statement about what is meant by inclusive dialogue in our definition, because the international community needs to hear from us. We are also going to hear from some Ambazonians about the need for strategic collaboration amongst nationalist organizations and leaders within our struggle. At the end of that first day, we are going to write out a communique and say, we the people of Ambazonia, we have agreed on this, and that these are the things that will be needed, that if fulfilled, can guarantee lasting peace in our nation and can satisfy our demands for peace to return. So when that communique is written by some of our experts, Ambazonians still using the online platform will have to vote on the resolution. Imagine that 100,000 Ambazonians were in attendance and we voted 95% yes. That is more than an opinion poll. That is almost a referendum. So when we vote like that, we are telling the world that this is what is needed for peace to return. These are the conditions we have laid down. Then that document is handed over to the leaders, who on the second day, the 19th of August, will be going into a conclave to decide on two things: to reflect on what the Ambazonians have said on the first day, the communique that has been written. If we all agree, we all frontline leaders have to sign that communique, making it a binding document and a valid statement by all Ambazonians that shall be presented to the United States Congress and the White House, to the United Nations, and to some of the power centers in Europe. And then the number two thing we are going to achieve in that conclave will be to work out a blueprint on our unity and collaboration going forward. We will be able to address ourselves in very sincere terms by examining the past and what we want to do going forward. And we have to agree on setting a blueprint on how to achieve that. And that this will be a project that would have just started, because we are going to take that blueprint, every leader, back to his base. And then our base will examine what we agreed upon tentatively, and if there's any tweaking, that becomes a work in progress, so that we can find common ground upon which to build our collaboration or our unity going forward in a genuine manner. For this reason, I think that leaders are encouraged to all attend, because this will be the first time we'll be meeting and to have such an agenda to examine the what and the how of our collaboration going forward. Considering that this has been done before and it did not succeed, we want to be able to withdraw away from the cameras and the influence of our followers, so that we can agree on sincere terms how this can be done. And when we have this, we have not yet succeeded. When we get this blueprint, it's not yet over. When we have taken it back to our base and there is acceptance, there is agreement, then that will form the foundation upon which we can build. Even a conference like that, which was supposed to be in Canada, will become more significant when the leaders already agreed on something. That was my opposition from the beginning. I don't want to attend a conference just to have some, just for a conference, for some photo ops and handshakes and some speeches. If we don't have anything to agree on, there is no need for an external demonstration of what does not exist. So my idea is that let us leaders meet in DC, meet in US, I don't know, any way we will choose, and then we have to agree on something and let that form the basis. And then on the next day, we are going to be part of the Million Man March in DC, where we are going to together thank Donald Trump for everything. that he has been to us for withdrawing from the corrupt United Nations human rights system and for promising to unilaterally champion the needs of the oppressed minorities of the world, and for saying that he reserved the right to unilaterally intervene to help people like us. We want to crown him our hero, our man of the year for Ambazonians. We want Trump to know that we appreciate the decisions he has taken in our favor, the shift of policy towards us, and that we count on him and not the United Nations system that has refused to entertain or hear our problem for almost 2 years now. We have to do that and do it now, because this is the moment that Paul Biya is sending emissaries around the world, begging for them to give him a second chance, or is it a second chance or a seventh chance? He is asking them to give him a chance to run. So he is not sure they will say yes. And this is the moment also that the countries of the world are preparing for the United Nations event. So countries are taking positions. Leaders are preparing what to say and what positions to take over issues. We want Trump, our hero and champion, to hear from us this early, to stand his ground when he said Paul Biya should prepare to be remembered instead of trying to run again. He should stand his ground on that position, because this what he's doing, Paul Biya is not going to solve the problem. And that these are the conditions some Ambazonians have laid down for a lasting resolution of the conflict. If we lift up Trump as our hero, he alone can change the outcome in the Security Council, in the United Nations. He reserved the right to act unilaterally for our defense and to help us as an oppressed minority people. So we have to storm DC on the 20th in our numbers, more than what we did in New York. Please, let New York, let New Jersey, Philadelphia, Virginia, North Carolina, and everywhere in the United States, let us charter our buses from Atlanta and let us fuel our cars. All roads lead to DC for that million-man march. Let us storm DC to the point where half of DC is paralyzed. Let Trump hear that Ambazonians have come to say thank you. Ambazonians have come to say thank you for standing for the right of the oppressed. Let America know that even if Donald Trump is criticized for this or for that, there is one thing he has done for the world of the oppressed people, for the world of the oppressed minorities of the world, that nobody amongst the members of the Security Council has ever done. So Donald Trump deserves, if this is the launch of his campaign for 2020, so let it be. Ambazonians, all roads lead. In fact, come be in DC from the 18th weekend, so that you can attend the meeting or the online meeting in DC. If you come on Sunday, no problem. But Monday, all leaders of Ambazonia, all leaders should be there. This conference is not undermining the conference in Canada or whatsoever. The Conference of Canada is part of a project which some independent activists were trying to help induce collaboration to occur. But what is happening now involves the soul and the survival of this struggle. We need to come together to do this. As far as the project of working together, of finding common ground for lasting collaboration, That we can do any other day, and we can continue to do until we get to Boya. I want to encourage you to register now for the conference and to plan your journey to Washington, D.C. Start planning it now. Get your permission now. Buy your ticket now. Pay for your bus now. Make sure you can give a ride to somebody. Get everybody to D.C. This is the Million Man March. Thank you very much. May God bless you, preserve you until we see that day. Bye-bye.